Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's here. My name is Newfable. We're gonna get mostly right to it, mostly. But today, for Saturday morning R&R, playing Monster Con, baby. It's Zoe. These are for the uninitiated. Jesse Cox, who is a streamer, a big YouTuber. He's been around for many, many, many years. Since like one of the earliest creators on YouTube, like back in the day. He's a video game producer, and he likes working with like indie studios to make all sorts of stuff. And he's never been one to like shy away from like sexy games and things like that. And he likes dating sims and all that. And I think a new indie studio called Beautiful Glitch, I guess, pitched him the idea of a dating sim, but you're a monster trying to date monsters. And yeah, he produced it. And so the first one was Monster Prom. You are a monster in high school trying to get a date to prom, and you got like a week to do it. And it kind of plays a little like a board game. You've got turns. You like you go and talk to somebody in class, then you sit with them at lunch, then you talk to them in class again, and then the next week starts, and so on and so forth. Short, medium, long-term games, but it was also multiplayer and highly replayable. There was a bunch of random events that can occur at any point in time. You have stats, which will determine who you're most likely to get with and date. It was really cool. It was a game of a dating sim. It wasn't, you know, like a single narrative, just go through it and then pick the one you like and keep going with that and then play through it again just to pick a different person. It was like a actual board game kind of thing where the whole point was just to date one of these random monsters. It was cooperative. You could play with multiple people. It was competitive. It was awesome. And they made a bunch of stuff for it. They had some DLC for it and all that. And then they were like, we're going to make another. And they made Monster Camp, which is where you are a monster at camp trying to get with somebody at camp, at like a summer camp, and you have like a week left. Same thing. They just made it better. And then they were like, let's try doing something else. And they made Monster Prom 3, which was Monster Road Trip, which is fully cooperative. But you and all the other players, if you're playing with people, kind of like travel the world to like get somewhere. And I think, some in my teefies. That one had a little bit of dating in it, I think, but it was more about like trying to have the best road trip. It was less about dating. And then this one, the fourth one, is Monster Con, where you've got, I have no idea, we've probably got like a weekend, maybe, to get with somebody. That's the whole point. I know very little about this. Very, very little. And I think they are planning to make one more. I've got all the DLCs. I've got all the soundtracks. I've got all the everything. These games are wonderful. I am, however, gonna warn right at the top, because you can, one thing that's neat is you can set trigger warnings. You can just be like, I don't want to deal with this stuff. Right? Like, I want to have a good time. I don't want to deal with this stuff. We're keeping all of them on. There's references to drugs. There's references to toilet humor, to graphic content, and highly violent content. We're just keeping all of that shit in. All of it. I'm just letting you know. Please watch responsibly. We're keeping it all in. If you are here now, or at the VOD later, if you're watching it and you're at this point, ye hath been warned. Because we're just keeping it all in. Usually because it is all played for laughs. I'm so excited. Let's go. Woo. Yeah, just local. Yes, I want tutorials. This might be a little different, sure. Awesome voice effects, or would you make your own voices? No, it's just the voices, yeah.
Sweet.
So I want to hear those, because it's not fully voice acted, but they'll have, yeah, like that, like sweet or awesome, or things like that. Yeah, you can play with 1 to 4 players. Regular game is around 2 hours, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's so much like the first one. I don't know. These are all good. Let's go with fantasy vibes. Ah, SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. Also, I've played a lot of Repo for like the past 2-3 weeks. I played a ton of Repo, and every time I join a game and I just go, hello, people are like, oh my god, are you a narrator? So yeah, this me. It's literally me. Jesse Cox, you know, if you want Monster Prom 5 fully voice acted, I'm the voice of your narrator. Random people on the internet have said so. And so it must be so. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. True. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits, but here we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. Who are you? Oh, it's the original 4! Oh, I love that. Oh, I love this guy. Look at the concept art back there. And then we got these 4 are DLC characters. Gotta be him. Absolutely. These Oz. Can we go back and... Who is he? Milo, that's right. Aravi. And then we've got Valerie, that's right. Because the second option is always like who they are. Damien. Yeah. She's so cute. Yeah. Gotta love Oz. Oh, I can just type it. Perfect.
I love the con.
Yeah! But as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of these 4 days, the after-party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con.
Squee!
That's so cute. Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
No.
Doug Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Omen, 25, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. Hello, because we're looking for a lady. We're looking for a lady to woo. That's just us. That's just my preference. So far, I think with Doug is so fucking lovable. I want to be Doug's friend. Nico Sharp, exactly 22, an over-the-top mimic. Oh, who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st. Oh, I love that. 24, clown idol who is contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. It had to be one of them. We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone for the rest of our lives? Ha! We'd had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Now you'll have to choose 3 things you like. Each like is tied to one or several romance options. Your likes will soft lock you into some ROs you'll encounter more often. You can correct the soft lock by meeting other ROs in the food court, which you'll see later. After the likes phase, you'll be asked to choose a top 3 within a category. You'll choose your first, second, and third favorite option in descending order. This will shape your starting stats. Okay. Tell us 3 things you like. Okay. Oof. So it's Zoe, who's a fanfic writer, Omen, who was just recently released, and then April 1st. Feel good fanfics, absolutely. Probably anime monologues. Heavy metal idols. Maybe heavy metal. I know balloon-based sculptures. That's gotta be April 1st. Let's look at heavy. Hugs is probably Doug. Who are we kidding? Let's go for heavy metal idols. Let's see what's there. Choose your top 3 favorite weird forest creatures. Oh man. Okay. The sensor bar. Yep, I am first. Can I undo? There is no undo. Okay. So yeah, he's definitely first. I would say this guy is, well, Fox is definitely a second. And I would say this guy is a third. We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we've decided to take on a project we had been putting off for too long.
What should I write?
Making our own comic. We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was a perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Choose your genre. Oh, romance for sure. That's what we're looking for. There's so many options for us to unlock. Is the comic gonna be like random based on our choices and what we do? The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
My turn? Really?
Yeah, my turn. Wait a second, champ. Yeah, no need to rush into this. We're here to give you some tips on how to do cons the right way. Think of it like some sort of tutorial. Runners could use one of those. As everyone knows, the main activity of a con is finding love. Yeah, I know it isn't really, but this is Newfable we're talking about. Look at him. He's probably aiming to get a date at the big con after party. I have a voice. Ah, yes. The silence speaks volumes. Well, if you want to get a date, you better get to know the other person and what they look for in a potential partner. Exactly. Do they share dreams and fears? Are your visions of the world in sync? Are your souls truly compatible? Too complicated. Let's say someone's personality can be defined through 5 traits: smarts, boldness, creativity, charm, and fun. Let's call them stats. Sounds cooler and way more video gamey. Tad reductive, but let's work with that. Then you have to ask yourself, is your fun high enough for someone who loves to party? Is your boldness low enough for someone who likes peace and quiet? Sometimes people are even more ambiguous. They may like someone who's just balanced. The point is, everyone has their standards, stat standards. And if by some chance you want to go to the party by yourself, this is a totally valid option if that's your jam. Don't think you'll be exempt from managing your stats. You can still fail at it. There's more stuff to keep in mind, but let's cover that later, okay? There was a panel I wanted to check out. Sounds good. And I have to rehearse the next tutorial. Have fun, Newfable. Okay. Aha! Here it is. What is this up here? I don't know what that is. Okay. We want our creativity to be high, which is, I believe, at the hotel. Hotel and outdoors. Yeah, I think that's creativity. And generally, like, when you go to these places, you get an increase to a stat. So, like, if we go here, where our creativity will increase, we'll get that increase. Then we'll have an encounter, and we have a chance to, like, gain another increase to another stat, depending upon what we choose. And if it is correct or incorrect. Let's go here. You're outside the con. Ugh, such a long line to get in. You try to find the end of the line. Keep walking and walking and walking. And you find that the line doesn't end. In fact, the end of the line is the beginning of a different line. This one line goes to a guy who's giving out free +2 creativity. They'll entertain you while you wait to get in the con. Sometime later, you're chilling in the hotel with Zoe and Nico when Doug bursts into the room like a socially awkward bull.
Somebody pinch me.
I'm breaking out. It's the best day of my life. I'm gonna throw up. Someone call my mom. There's a lot to unpack there. What's going on? I entered a raffle this morning thinking the prize was rare pox, but it turned out it was for lunch with an actor named Kanan Reams, and I actually won. Wait, is the other raffle still going on? How rare are these pox? Can we Focus! I'm about to meet a celebrity I've never even heard of, and I'm not at all prepared. I wrote some icebreakers down, but the ink got smudged. How is you the weather a good conversation starter?
Meh.
Sure. If you want a follow-up question to be, are you having a stroke?
That's the power of friendship.
Don't worry, Doug. We can help you. We'll make sure you make a great impression with the power of friendship.
What should we do? Give him an earpiece and feed him lions? Serrano style?
Ooh,
Cyrano style? Actually, I was going to suggest I whip up some Doug cosplay and go to his place, but your idea is better. 15 minutes later, Doug's sitting across from Keenan Reams while you, Zoe, and Nico watch him from the window with a walkie-talkie.
Hello.
It's really, really nice to meet you, sir. I'm Keenan. No, wait, you're Keenan. I knew that. My name's, I want to say Dennis.
Oh, he's dying out there.
Don't panic, Doug. Wink at him. Cool people are always winking.
Can Doug wink? Does he even have eyelids?
Oh, good question. Doug, do you have eyelids? Zoe and Nico are many wonderful things, but good wing people isn't one of them. Feed Doug some lines so he makes a good impression on the celebrity. It's your chance to make up a cool backstory for Doug, or honesty is the best policy. But excuse me. Yeah. Well, no, he's already real nervous. But we just got some creativity. These answers are also based on your stats. Like, if this is the creative answer, but your creativity is too low, you will fail at it. We just leveled up our creativity. It's day one. Let's do this.
Oh, genius.
Okay. He could own a jet ski. Doug's always dreamed of owning a jet ski, I'm pretty sure. Good idea, Nico, but the sky is the limit. Let's think bigger. What if Doug is a secret agent here on assignment? Okay, I fuck with that. But let's make Keenan part of the backstory. This lunch was set up by Doug's agency so he can recruit Keenan for a secret mission.
Love it or
Doug has to
love it.
infiltrate the Academy Awards, and the only way to do it is by being a celebrity's +1. Smart! Now Doug gets to attend the Academy Awards. Do you think Doug and Keenan would maybe kiss? Maybe. In spy movies, they always kiss as a technique to lay low and avoid getting their cover blown. I think because people feel self-conscious when they stare directly at two strangers kissing. Why? I've got an idea. What if afterward, Doug and Keenan escape the Academy Awards on a jet ski? Oh. Hi, Subscorpion. Hi. Says, I know that's how the older games were, but I don't think failing a check exists in this one. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. This is my first time playing, so I'm just going off of what other ones were like. That's cool. I wish that was an option, though. I wish you could just turn on like a chill mode and be like, yeah, you'll never fail a check. Just do whatever you want. There's kind of a thrill in failing. There's just different outcomes. Oh, okay. That's cool. A few minutes of Doug explaining your expertly crafted backstory later.
Yo.
So, yeah, you gotta keep in mind that there might be explosions. But don't worry if the situation gets hairy. We can always escape in my, jet ski. Wait, says Keenan, you own a jet ski? Those are so cool. They are, aren't they? Man, a secret agent and you own a jet ski? This almost feels like I'm the one who won this lunch with you.
Aww.
Oh, that's so nice. Let's say we're both winners. You and your friends make Doug's dreams come true, and you give him an imaginary jet ski. You gain +2 creativity and lose -2 charm.
But I'm not prepared.
But I am not prepared. Wait a second. It's time for a new episode of Tutorials with Liam and Zoe. Oh, secret endings might have failable stuff. That can make sense. Yes, we realize we have explained the importance of managing stats, but we didn't cover how to manage them properly. Exactly! Stats can be managed in a number of ways, but let's cover the most important one. That'd be experiencing the sort of absurd and exciting adventures that usually take place once you visit a location. Let's call those experiences events for short. Normally, during an event, you'll face a conflict you must solve by choosing between potential solutions, options, if you will. Anyways, who are you going for? We're trying for... I'm leaning more towards Zoe or... God, I forgot their name. We haven't encountered them yet. Zoe's been in a lot of the other Monster Prom games. One of the new ones. Not April 1st. Not the clown lady. Although she'd be cute. They did her real cute. I think her name is... It's the Lord. The chains and all that and the big mask. She looks cool. Omen! Yes. I'm gonna try to go for one of those two. Maybe. Because April's cool, and I want Doug to be a friend. If I can get Doug as a buddy, that'd be fantastic.
What you choose will define you as a person. If you choose a smart option, you'll gain smarts.
Yeah,
If you choose to punch a bear, that'd be quite bold of you, so you'll gain boldness. But stats are also lost when choosing an option. Every path not taken is a stat lost. Which is to say, if you choose the smart option instead of punching the bear, then you'll gain smarts but lose boldness. Just try not to punch a bear, okay? Liam, let Newfable punch a bear if that's who he is as a person. Anyway, there are a few more ways of managing stats, like, Liam, let's write those down in the manual or something. I really want to go check out those limited figurines I told you about. True. And keep giving you tips later, yes? In the meantime, don't get yourself killed. There's a Manuel.
Newfable, the Meek. Is there one? Oh, we can change that at any time. Nice. History? Oh, sweet. Okay, well, I feel lied to about that manual thing, but sure. Event. Okay, our boldness sucks, but our charm is getting a little worse. Let's go to the lobby. I don't want to be totally balanced, but I don't want anything to be so low that I risk something, right? Ah! Oh my god, it's the Cult of the Lamb thing. Wait, did Jesse Cox produce that as well? He didn't produce that. Did he? Oh, I forget. I know he played it. I know he was very excited about it. I mean, for all I know, he might have been so excited he just went to the developers and like, can we throw one of our characters in a costume? They were probably like, hell yeah. You kidding? Absolutely. For free? In this economy? You're strutting down the lobby, proud of your amazing cosplay. A kid approaches you.
Can I have an autograph, please?
Oh, you have a little fan. You hand him an autograph. The kid yells, who's Newfable? Man. He leaves crying as he realizes his favorite character is not real. No, but there's a lot of references, especially with Nico. That's awesome. Oops, forgot to stay in character. Gain +2 boldness for being a ruthless person who just shattered someone's dreams. You're walking the floor with Nico, Liam, and Doug when a man in Spider Guy cosplay runs up to you all. Oh my god. I love that Doug is just a Power Ranger. Old school one at that. Hey, sorry to bother you all, but I'm proposing to my boyfriend today and I really want to make it special. Could you help me?
Sorry, but we're sort of on our way to a panel.
Enough to help.
The panel can't wait, Liam. This is for love. We have to help. Real heroes never ignore someone in need. We must save this man's stolen heart. Well, thanks. Green guy, you look strong. You hold this rope and dangle me off the balcony. White Ranger, can you scat the Spider Guy theme song? A few minutes later, Spider Guy hangs upside down and gives a heartfelt proposal speech to a green gremlin. Sorry, gotta avoid that copyright. Cosplayer, underscored by Nico's romantic beatboxing.
Wow, this is all so sudden, but yes, of course I'll marry you.
Spider Guy takes off the green gremlin's mask to kiss him and freezes. You're not Vernon.
No, my name is Theodore. So do you think we could set the wedding date for October, or are you more of a summer wedding kind of guy?
What? No, there's been a mistake. Just then, another green gremlin cosplayer walks out of the bathroom and sees you all. Paul, I love how this one's just a mess.
Paul, what the hell? What are you about to kiss that guy? Of course he was. He's my fiance.
Crap.
We got this guy engaged to a total weirdo. Rosie Carver for sure.
What a mess. This is why we should never help strangers.
Well, this is kind of your fault. You owe it to Paul to help him get out of this, or at least get him used to his new surprise fiance. Use logic. No, that's probably smarts or charm or so. Yes? Well, no, oh, fuck. Let's use that one.
Good point.
Oh, dang, that's true. This wedding would be totally non-canon, and you should never force a cosplayer to go OOC.
But I took the mask off.
But if we want to be pedantic, and I do, you were still masked up at the time of the proposal, so no dice.
For all we know, Paul here was proposing to the character. He may want to marry the Green Gremlin, not the person cosplaying him.
Wait, is that true, Paul?
Shut up and go with it. Man, this is the shittiest part of cosplay. Everyone wants to take pics with or marry the Green Gremlin. No one ever asks about poor old Theodore. Hey, buddy, I get it. That's the cross we bear as cosplayers. Nobody cares who we are until we put on the mask. But you know what? I appreciate you. Not that you're the Green Gremlin, but the you that's you. Want to get a pic with me, masks off?
My mom would be so proud.
Can I be in the picture too? I want to show my mom proof that I'm making friends. Tug, you beautiful bastard. I'd better make sure you all pose properly and follow the rule of thirds. Let me in the photo too. You hold the phone and take the world's cutest photo of your friends with a stranger, which doubles as a great distraction to let Paul and Vernon slip away.
Wow, you're all so cool. Are any of you down to marry me instead? No preference. I'll take any offers.
Don't push it.
Game +2 smarts for your fun, quick thinking balloons, -2 fun.
No! I don't want to be unfun.
Scared of big crowds.
It's still day one. Oh, we visit 4 locations. Oh, okay. Shit. Very different. I like it. Okay. So we did the boldness. Can't go for boldness anymore. We did just lose some fun. We're super smart, apparently. Let's go for charm. Yes! It's Dragon Heat, baby! I like Doug and Nico, but they remind me a little too much of Scott. Yes. Wait, Scott. Which one was Scott? I forget. I'm forgetting characters. I'm crossing streams. You find some teenagers selling their own fanzines. Oh, so cute. You check them out, and they are awful. As far as you remember, you had better taste when you were their age. To show them how it's done, you make your own zine right in front of them. What a mentor! Oh, Scott, that's right, the werewolf. Of course, Scott. You leave it on their stand so they can sell it. They don't seem to like you, but it's awesome zine you made nets you 2+2 charm. Sometime later, you, Doug, and Nico. Am I soft-locked with these 3? With literally the 3 dudes? Did I pick all the options for the 3 dudes? Oh my god, no way. Sometime later, you, Doug, and Nico are checking out the indie game section of the showcase hall. And I can play the demo on your website? That's awesome, thank you so much.
I'll say this, dear viewer. In a world rife with greed and misery, it's warmed this old detective's heart to see these indie games getting off the ground.
I know, just look at all these awesome titles. Blind Drive, Spookware, Disc Room, Once Upon a Jester, Mussolina.
Seriously, these are all incredible indie games. Go check them out. It's just a shame these games like these don't usually get the recognition they deserve.
Doug, you got the answer already. We'll spread the word. We'll hit the pavement, use the grapevine, get the scuttlebutt around.
It'll be fine. Just pick who you want in the cafe. Yeah, that's usually how it works. I can't believe I could have sworn I was like, these are the answers that line up with these characters. And I totally whiffed it.
Okay, let's scuttle that butt.
Now you're talking.
But we gotta spend our resources wisely. Let's pick one game, spread the maximum word about. Like that one. Oh my god, it's a tapeworm and a mosquito. Corporate leeches? Oh, I love that fun.
Hello. Are you interested in trying Endless Runner number 79 working title? It's oodles of fun, free-to-play fun.
This is perfect. Those devs are so desperate for players, they're giving away the game for free.
Excuse me. Our company's not desperate. Our demo is #1 on the mindless clicker section of the App Store. We make our money through copious invasive microtransactions. You know you ought to.
That's so sad. Don't worry, we'll get the word out about you guys, and you'll be able to upgrade to macro transactions soon. For some reason, it looks like this is the game your friends are most interested in promoting, so that's that. How will you get Endless Runner number 79 more recognition? Yeah, this one.
Works for me.
Oh, good idea. Spies are ultra cool.
We would prefer that you not spread the rumor that Endless Runner number 79 is spyware. Especially when we claim it's so substantiated.
You know, I think I cracked
I
this
get
case.
it. You're still undercover. Don't worry, we won't tell. This hard-boiled detective is a tough egg to crack.
15 minutes later.
Liam, you know this game is actually spyware?
Doesn't anyone say hello anymore?
Hello, Liam. It's good to see you. I value our friendship very much, and because of that, I want to recommend you this game.
The one with the spyware?
Yeah, spies are awesome. The espionage, the hand-to-hand combat, the $1 million suits.
But you do know that having your information stolen by spyware is bad, right?
Sure, but gosh, if anyone was going to steal my information, I'd rather it be from a sexy spy, wouldn't you?
I'd rather just not have my information stolen to begin with. Yeah.
I need a drink.
The sad truth of this world, kid, is we can't always get what we want. That's why I pickpocketed your phone and downloaded the game for you. My spy's training really paid off.
What the fuck?
What? Yippee! One satisfied customer down. Let's spread the word about the game to more folks. You leave Liam to work out which dark websites his credit card number is on now, and you've got a game to advertise. You gain +2 boldness and lose -2 charm. Hey, we balanced out. We balanced out a little bit.
You sure it's my turn?
I'll take it. So it's either the community or the main stage. That's the community zone. And main stage is smarts. We got a bunch of smarts. Let's go here. Yes! Absolutely board games. You enter a competitive tarot tournament because you're reckless enough to gamble your entire future. After several hanged men and burning towers, you decide to harness the power of celestial bodies. With your best Yu-Gi-Oh! Impression, you throw down Pluto. Pluto isn't a planet anymore, you're playing with an old deck. You're disqualified, and your opponent also predicts that you'll die of chlamydia. While you just gained +1 terrible fate, you also got +2 fun, because dying from chlamydia means at some point you'll get laid! You then look over and see Liam, Omen, Doug, and Nico chatting in front of a scoreboard. Sports in your con? You'd better check this anomaly out.
Oh, hi there.
Hey, Newfable, you want to play imaginary ball with us? You basically sit together. Doug's OG model looks awesome. That is such a cool model for like a sentient mimic, and I just love the fact that it's like naked dude in a barrel, but he's just got a chest. You basically sit together and imagine you're playing a ball game. It's fun, probably.
Ready to play? Let's have me against all of you.
You've made a critical strategic error, vampire. 1 versus 4 is a completely unfair distribution.
You're right, it is completely unfair. For you 4.
It is on. You and your friends sit down, close your eyes, and start imagining as hard as you can. You imagine yourself on the bench. You don't want to be left out, but you don't want to play sports either, even if they're imaginary. Do any of you see the ball?
Are we winning?
No, just the inside of my eye sockets. Are we winning? Oh, that's right. I got their names mixed up. Did I say Doug? Did I say Nico was Doug? Oh my god. I just like Doug so much. Everybody's Doug.
I've just scored a point.
Oh, there we go. What? How? Forfeit your point to make me or point to me or forfeit your life. Oh my gosh, she's in an Iron Maiden. Her jacket's just a giant Iron Maiden. Badass as hell.
Yes.
I score again. You think maybe Liam's full of it, but then a referee shows up and awards Liam 2 imaginary points.
Wow.
Wow, nice. I wish I were half the athlete you are, Liam. Liam, somehow, stomps everyone's ass in imaginary ball. A crowd has formed to cheer him on. He's up 20-0, which is to say he keeps repeating, "Ha! I score again," with his eyes closed. Ow! Sorry, gang, I gotta hit the bench. I think I twisted my imaginary ankle.
Be gone from me.
Fine, be gone from me. Newfable, get in there and win me some points or I'll twist both of your imaginary ankles. Shit, you don't have imaginary medical insurance. You better beat Liam out of this game, but how? Anime Mastermind plot twist. Reveal you imagined this 1 week before. Your team paid millions of imaginary dollars to hire Liam, so all his points have been for your team. Let's go with, that's gonna get us like a lot of smarts. Or maybe a lot of creativity. Let's do that.
What a twist.
Liam's been on our team all along? What a twist.
No, that's not true. I've never been on your team.
But Newfable imagined that you were, so per the rules of imaginary ball, it is true. You're right, the clues were staring us in the face all along. Liam's even wearing our team uniform.
No, I'm not.
And look, he's been carrying an imaginary briefcase full of the imaginary money Newfable hired him with. How could I miss that? Liam, you sly dog. I'm almost impressed. I really thought that you could deceive me, but I'm far too intelligent to be fooled by your double cross. I'm not crossing you, you're just making stuff up. Which is probably the point of imaginary ball, but what would I know? Why would I lie about that? I could obviously never fool a smart guy like Liam. He's clearly been on this strategy with me the whole time.
What? No, Of course I knew about Newfable's plan all along. It's just that we thought if we told you all before the match, it would be too confusing of a strategy for you.
That's true. It's very confusing for me. Did we win?
Hooray.
We did! 3 cheers for Liam! Hip hip hooray!
You all hoist Liam in the air and cheer for him like the star athlete he is. Well, not literally. You sit in a circle and imagine that you're doing it. It's still epic. You gain +2 smarts for your quick thinking, but lose -2 fun. Time to get some fresh air.
Whew, I was exhausted.
Welcome to the food court. Oh shit, I forgot the narrator is hot. Maybe I can't be the narrator from Monster Prom Time. You'll be visiting this place twice per run. Ah yes, this tutorial will be delivered by me, the narrator. Tutorials explained by characters are fun and immersive, but as a narrator, I have the power to get straight to the point. For example, I can just tell you that you... Oh, my brain broke. For example, I can just tell you that by pressing tab, you can access useful info. Gee, that... Ah! Or that you can consult the dialogue history by either pressing H or mouse wheel up. Cool, huh? Anyhow, back to the food court. Can we do... Oh! Oh! Food court turns are about getting to know the one person you want to take to the con after party, even if that means getting to know yourself. There are 5 tables you can choose from. 3 of the tables are populated by the 6 romance options in pairs. One of the tables lets you call one of the several guests, who are essentially alternative date options. Finally, there's a table for you to sit alone. These tables are tied to their own mechanics. As usual, our jam is obscuring said mechanics a bit so you can focus on the narrative side of this experience. By playing, you can slowly but steadily learn how everything works. But if that's not your style, we've added helpful explanations of everything in the manual. Feel free to check it out. Just keep in mind that each table only allows for 1 player. Now go choose a seat. But where's the manual? Where's the manual? I don't know. Zoe is kind of crazy. We've had the option to date Zoe before. We have not had the option to date Omen before. So let's give Omen a shot. Let's shoot her shot with Omen. So you want to go on a date, huh? As we've said, these mechanics are covered in the manual, but there's one thing we wanted to cover here. You'll see some peepers on the different dates. These are sort of spicy meter. Oh, peppers. Oh my god.
Well, my favorite kind of peepers are the green peepers. They have more flavor than the orange peepers.
Jesus. This is like declaring your preference of spiciness when you're pursuing a date. It doesn't affect the date itself, but the ending you'll get if you succeed. The art might be the same, but the narrative won't. 0 peppers will make the ending more platonic. 1 and 2 peppers will make the ending somewhere between romantic and suggestive. 3 peppers will make the ending definitely naughty. Fuck yeah, 3 peppers, all the way. Just keep in mind that choosing a low amount of peppers won't affect the content of secret endings, which might be naughty. Okay, you're now truly prepared to go on your first date. Oh, but a board game night. Or, you know, we could go a bit more traditional. Go for a walk, visit a museum. Actually, you know what? Fuck it! Let's kill some guy tonight. Yeah, go out to dinner. Which is just pizza. You and Omen go out to a fancy restaurant. It takes a while for Omen to understand the difference between a waiter and a minion. Luckily, you're able to talk her out of whipping them when they bring you the wrong drink. At least you know she'll always have your back. What a thoughtful little sociopath.
Wow.
This can't be that hard.
It's time to work on that comic. As your creative mentors, we've prepared very original questions that will spur extraordinary ideas. We've written 2 per day. You're welcome. Once the exercise is done, you might see no comic just yet. But you have to trust the process, Newfable. Your efforts will come to fruition by the end of the con. Totally! How you choose to answer the exercises will impact the script of the resulting comic. I recommend that you remember or even take note of every option you choose during this exercise to better savor the impact once we get to see the resulting comic. No, we'll not do that. And there's more to these exercises. All these choices will shape you as a person. Which is to say they affect your stats. You'll feel these changes each time you solve one of these exercises. And there's one last thing I love about creative work. When several people collaborate, it changes them all as a group. That's right, my personal advice is that even if one person is answering an exercise, the whole group should discuss it. To be clear, you'll gain a lot of the stat tied to the chosen option, but you'll lose the stats tied to the options not chosen.
and these stats effects will equally affect all players. Oh, shit.
Shush that voice. It's breaking the immersion. Anyway, enough procrastinating. So he's right. It's time to work on your craft. Hold this pencil and let the mind wander.
Con is a whirlwind of activity and overstimulation, but somehow you find time to work on your comic. Time to brainstorm. What trend from the early 2000s should come back already? Only needing to learn like 3 memes and 4 slang words to sound cool. Jesus Christ, that is a thing. Good Lord. Back in the day, it was just like, I know these memes. It was like, hey! Now I have to keep track of the entire fucking lexicon. People actually seeking revenge. Not bad. Delicious tobacco. Why did this trend die out? Wearing pants. I'm fine with this one. Because the beautiful, I mean, like, I wear pants. I normally wear a lot of pants. Beautiful lady doesn't wear a whole lot of pants. Oh, but man, when she does. Jesus. People actually seek revenge. I like this one. Immediately. Lorf! What charm? What's your strongest asset when on a first date? You taste like a pumpkin spice latte. Jesus. You have strong yet graceful knees. Your eyes are soulless, almost as if they were two sexy empty holes. Jeez, you could transform into a tiger. Oh, I love that. I got very strong knees. Oh my god. Oh man. No, I absolutely can transform into a tiger. That was the smart option? What happened? What happened?
My turn? Really?
My turn. Stop right there. This is the stat police. We're here to test you on your stat knowledge. Just kidding. It's us, Zoe and Liam, renowned creators, verified hot people, and knowledgeable tutorial dispensers. We thought we'd be giving Newfable all these exquisite tips on how to manage your stats, but how easy is it to know which option ties to which stat? Yeah, some options will be easy to interpret, like how punching a bear feels like a very bold thing to do. But some will be quite a bit more nuanced, and it might be harder to tie them to a stat. Which is why we've written all the specifics to every stat in a manual for you to check, which will be available within the Customize menu. Oh, so even if an option might not feel tied to a specific stat, or even more than one, you just gotta take your time, trying to analyze what's the biggest clue within the option, and which stat relates to that specific clue. Or you know what? Just ignore stats and choose whichever option feels more interesting to you. Live, fail, have fun. I must agree with Zoe here. Try not to fail too much. Let's go play some DDR so I can see you fail too much. Let's go. But don't be surprised if you're disappointed. See you around, Newfable. It's in the Customize menu?
But I don't have a Customize menu. Wait, can I go back to the menu and will it save? Does it, will it save a game mid-game? Who cares? Okay. Oh yeah, Tabav. Let's get some more. We gotta get some boldness, for sure. If we're going after Omen, it will? Oh! Then shit. No! No, I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh. No, let's get some boldness. Walking around the lobby, you see a flood of people coming in from the other areas. Crowd stampede! Trying not to panic, you remember what your yoga teacher taught you. When you get caught in the middle of a crowd stampede, remember to go with the flow. You do, and the flow consists of the crowd trampling you. Still, you get +2 boldness for braving the stampede. You're sitting in the lobby with Nico when Omen walks up with a notebook, looking troubled. Nico, you are an expert on this whole being good thing, are you not?
Justice will prevail.
Yes, I did lots of research on being a hero to cosplay one accurately. I walked tons of old ladies across the street, even a few who said they weren't going that way. Silly old biddies. Good. Here's the situation. I'm required by the Redemption Art Program to write a short essay on the good deeds I've done this week. The trouble is that I have done so many good deeds, I cannot fit them all onto a page. Will you help me pick the best ones? Totally. You got a list there? Let me see. Use the elevator, did not stab the bus driver, ate a hot dog. I hate to break it to you, but these aren't good deeds. They're just normal behavior.
What? Then what the fuck
constitutes a good deed? Good deeds are supposed to help people or improve society in general. Did you not see that I ate a hot dog? I saved society from my hunger induced rage. You're fucking welcome. It's also kind of implied that your good deed shouldn't benefit you directly.
See you.
That is
Why
asinine.
not?
I am unredeeming myself and returning to a life of evil. Goodbye.
No, I miss you. If you get in prison for evilness again, we won't be able to hang out anymore.
Well, that may be inevitable, unless you can help me pull off an essay-worthy good deed before tonight's meeting.
Then there's no time to lose. Help Omen think of a good deed to do. Stat. Ooh.
Write a letter to your local congressperson asking for meaningful changes, like the socially conscious version of writing a letter to Santa. Oh, no. Oh, we left so we don't cry, right? Oh, Jesus. True facts. Donate blood. They usually don't ask whose blood it is. True! Hey, facts. There we go. A bit later, you, Omen, and Nico roll up to the blood bank. Hello, says the nurse at the front desk. Are you three here to donate blood today?
Yes, we have 2 bags of the stuff. I request that you only use it to save someone cool.
What is this?
It's blood. No need to thank us.
Actually, I was hoping to receive some thanks and perhaps a lollipop. But you're supposed to donate your own blood. Exactly. I took this blood and therefore it is mine.
It's nice and fresh, too. This bag's even still warm.
That isn't comforting. Where did you get this blood?
Nice job.
Newfable, you said
idiots.
this would not ask that. I said they usually don't. Can I get a supervisor over here?
Abort! Abort!
I'm on it. Omen knocks out the nurse with their flail. Blood gushes from her head wound.
I
Well, no
like
reason to
this
let that go to
idea.
waste.
You fill a bag with the nurse's blood and add it to your generous donation. What good citizens you are. Get +2 boldness and lose -2 charm. Oh, bummer. That's okay.
But there's too many options.
Let's see here. Let's go with got a lot. We got so many smarts. We need to do a lot of dumb shit. Let's get some charm. Yeah. Actually, we can really kind of determine which one we don't want. So, because we got 5 options, we can only do 4. We know we don't want smarts. Let's do all the other ones. At the stands, you find a fanzine vendor. You ask her what her zines are about. They're about you, she replies. You open one of her fanzines. It's full of badly cropped pictures of you. You feel you should be disturbed, but you also feel flattered. You buy a copy. Dang, some of these pictures you haven't even seen before. You're bowled over by your own +2 charm. You're searching for some place to buy a gently used body pillow when you see Omen, Doug, and Nico gathered around a strange camo patterned booth.
Wow.
Wow, Nico, you see this poster? It says this anime has almost 500,000 fans worldwide. You can't even count that high. I bet none of them are better fans than me. Fans of... What's this fandom called again? This fandom is called Army. It's so good it'll kill every other fandom and take their stuff.
I distrust your grand pronouncements. What makes this fandom so powerful?
Let me put it this way. Every year we get more funding than healthcare, education, and public transit combined. Clearly, everyone must love us. It's now that we've got such a monopoly on force that the government itself is scared of upsetting us. It's all love. Wow, I love public transit. People leave so much cool stuff behind on their seats. If this is better than that, I'm in.
Now you're talking.
And those uniforms. Iconic. I'm already working on my army sona.
My friends, this is obviously a cynical recruitment attempt by a thinly disguised military superpower. The real question is this. Do we get our own guns?
Oh, baby, you'll get so many guns you could use them instead of gloves. Oh no! As much as you love to imagine your friends dressed in full gun corps, you won't be able to smooch any of them if they all die in the war. The war? Man, lord. But how will you convince them not to join? Tell your friends that the army is lame. Space Force. Tell your friend how the army stifles creative expression by asking whether you can customize your weapons and uniform. Yeah, no. All the cool people are joining Space Force. There's a Space Force? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you don't want to join them. All the time in zero gravity has made them weak.
Heck yeah!
That's perfect. I'm super weak. I don't even have bones. At least not any that belong to me. I always knew I was destined to be a daring starship captain. When all of Space Force combines into a giant mecha, I'm so gonna be the head. But Space Force doesn't have mechas. They're just a bunch of nerds who sit in chairs all day.
That's some pretty big talk from a guy who wasn't even good enough to get into Space Force. What about you, evil warlord? Please, I'll give you like 30 guns. I've got so many.
No deal.
No, thank you, puny underling. Why bother conquering the nations of this planet when I can conquer every planet?
You leave the army recruiter to cry all over his guns. Your friends all want to join the Space Force immediately, but the best you can do is a space-themed pizza restaurant. No one is fooled, but everyone loves pizza. +2 fun. Oh, -2 boldness. Come on.
You sure it's my turn?
Come on. Yeah, the only thing we don't want to do is the main stage. Which is weird, but we got so much smarts we don't need anymore. There's a Smash Your Bros tournament going on at the community zone. That is a game. You signed up because love always trumps violence. The matches involve 8 players each, and things get horny and confusing quite fast. In the end, it's very hard to tell who actually won, but you all surely got +2 fun in the process. Doug and Omen are competing in the Puyo Puyo tournament, which I think is an actual thing, and they need all the support they can get. You and April go to cheer them on.
Hey, Doug! Great job so far. You're kicking butt at this game for children. I cannot believe I lost. This game is impossible. If you have made it this far, Doug, you must be a true master. Oh, well, I like playing Puyo Puyo to wine before bed, so yeah, I'm not bad.
Doug's better than not bad. He's great. He makes it all the way to the final match. What the fuck is up, chat? Your boy Riz is here to stomp ass at the Puyo Puyo finals.
Good luck, buddy. This is going to be a great game.
It sure will be for me. I eat losers like you for breakfast and shit on your dreams, Lamau.
Not complaining.
I hate to sound rude, but don't you think you're being a little bit rude?
Well, it's called trash talking. What's wrong? You can't take it, you little bitch. You got a stinking little bitch baby diaper on. Oh.
No, I'm not a biatch. I never wore diapers. My family couldn't afford them. This mouth-breathing shit stain appears to be maligning our good friend Doug, and it is affecting his Puyo Puyo performance.
Someone give me a knife.
I love her. April, you restrained him while I stabbed him 12 times.
What? No, I'd never be an accessory to a murder. Especially now with so many witnesses around. That's fair, but you still can't let this slide. You need to get Doug's mind off the trash talk so he can win. Lend Doug your fanciest hat. He's got so many compliments from strangers, it'll cancel out the trash talking. That is so cute and charming and fun. Release 3 raccoons. Everyone knows raccoons love garbage, so if Riz keeps trash talking, he'll risk the raccoons looking for food inside his filthy mouth. I like that one. Let's do that one.
Newfable, what are you doing? Why do you have raccoons with you? Because raccoons are super useful. Haven't you seen them harvest people's souls into them? It's funny.
True, but you have a different use for them today. Release the raccoons at the trash talker's feet, where they hungrily watch his mouth. What are these raccoons doing here? Is this your fan club, bro? Makes sense they'd be into a dumpster fire like you. The raccoons climb up the streamer's body and start pawing at his lips with their stinky, adorable hands. Oh, I'm gonna mom me do something, Riff! Why? This is perfectly legal, the referee says.
It's true. Mouth raccoons balance the meta against trash talking.
The trash talker's mouth is too full of raccoon butt to respond or play Puyo Puyo, for that matter. What is this loser doing? You're not supposed to eat the raccoons alive, dumbass. You have to kill them first. The raccoons stare hungrily at Omen, but luckily Doug wins the match before they climb into her mouth.
Whoa. Did everyone see that? I won, all thanks to hard work, friendship, and raccoons. Yeah, it was cool. But can you do the same soul harvesting thing next time, Newfable? It's kind of looking forward to it.
Certainly. Your friends help you wash your raccoons off in the bathroom, and you gain +2 smarts and lose -2 charm. How is that smart?
But there's too many options.
I figured that absolutely would have been the bold option to take. You're in the hotel room serving your cosplay costume when you mistakenly sew it to the bed's blanket. You could unsew it, but that would mean admitting you made a mistake. So you decide to properly implement a blanket in the costume design and leave your dumb ego intact. Look at you, being a stubborn dum-dum. Here, have +2 creativity for such out-of-the-box thinking. Look at you, stupid dum-dum. After you've napped, showered, and finally gotten that stubborn cosplay piece to stay in place, it's time for you and your friends to return to the con. Short. I love that he's just a regular wizard. He's just upped his mimic box. I love that.
Shit, where did I leave the room key? Nico, have you seen
A
it?
riddle for you.
Perhaps, but it's my wizardly duty to pose a challenge to thee. If you want the key, answer my riddles 3.
What? No, if you know where the key is, just tell me.
Here's your first riddle, and trust I'm no fooler. What is the difference between a jailer and a jeweler?
I know. One is a jailer and one is a jeweler. You know, at times I am so intelligent I astound even myself.
Please.
I really don't have time for this. Just tell me where the key is so we can leave. Oh, hold on. Boop. There we go. They just said that they cannot tell you the key's location until you answer their riddles. Are you obstinate on purposely and not just stupid?
You forfeit riddle 1. Here's the secret to the 3.
What nail has an eye but cannot see? Crap, I accidentally gave away the answer. That one doesn't count. Okay, Nico, I've got a riddle for you. How far did the mimic have to push the vampire until the mimic lost all their blood?
Dang, that's a good one. Goodbye, Val.
As funny as it is to rile Liam up, you don't want him to add Nico to his liquid diet. You need to get Nico to tell him where the key is. She apparently likes smart. Yes. Nico, you challenged the rest, but can you prove to me that your riddles are best?
A riddle off.
A riddle off? I accept. Soon all will see it's you who's inept.
Prove your worth and try not to come in last. What 2 things can you not eat before breakfast?
Is it an egg? No, wait, it's gotta be 2 things. Is it 2 eggs?
Wrong. It's lunch and dinner. Round 1 goes to me. I am the winner.
My turn, and I'll make you eat your words. Words. What number am I thinking of right now? And how?
It's not even a riddle. You can't just make any question a riddle by asking it in rhyme.
Whatever, you guess the number 1 on the assumption that Nico can't get too creative with their choice when they're also trying to think of rhymes.
Correct. You wound me with your knowledge. Did you graduate from Riddle College?
I am self-taught, my bearded foe, and now for my final blow. The brain stores the thoughts, the ball stores the... I love that it's worked to I love that it's worked to do a rhyme. Oh man. But where does the wizard store the room key?
That doesn't even make sense. P is not stored in the balls. Oh, I know the answer to this one. The key's under the toilet seat. Wait, you tricked me. Newfable, you're a worthier rival than I thought.
That was clever indeed.
It was an honor to witness your wizardly battle of wits. Okay, I'll admit that was pretty smart. Now go get the key, Nico, and wash it off. All's well that ends well in the riddling arts. You lose -2 boldness, but you gain +2 smarts. Lean in, I guess. It's shopping time! Oh, welcome to my humble stand, stranger. Here you can get beautiful figurines with amazing properties. They have all sorts of effects, which you will discover as you unbox them. There are different mystery box categories, each one tied to a different type of effect. I'll give you some clues on the effect types once you start looking through the boxes. So you choose which box category you want, and before you open it, you'll decide if you want to keep it for yourself or give it to a friend. A balance between order and chaos. You can control which type of effect you want, but you won't know exactly which figurine of the category you'll get. And don't fret, if you want to find the surprises at all, there's a category that guarantees no effect at all. So, ready for the unboxing? Welcome to my modest establishment. So modest it doesn't have a license. Don't be shy. Pick a box before the cease and desist gets here. Ooh. Dull Daniel does nothing. Stats, but now they're people. Based on the popular video game Human Prom. Slight effects on stats. Zodiac Thirst Cosmic Office includes the first selection of 6 out of the 12 star signs. These figurines are said to have a non-slight effect on people's stats. Okay. Buff bugs. Big effects on stats. Landmarks in love. For those who want locations to get spicier. Ooh. My weird little village. It's said to be cursed. They may profoundly impact your own self or the ones you're trying to romance. Ooh. Major Arcana, no mercy. These figurines are all about sound and video for some reason. Oh? Oh, it's one of these two. Landmarks in Love or Major Arcana. Oh. You know what? I know what that one will generally do. I kind of know the effect. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it will make the spots we visit spicier, which is great. But we're also streaming. We're doing all sorts of weird stuff. Let's try this one. I'm so curious. Star. Behold, the star, a tough criminal with a star-shaped scar and a love for pancakes. Have you ever wanted to be a star yourself? This figuring will make you a DDR star. This item changes the music for you, unlocking a new track. Oh. Excellent purchase, if I may say so. Now be a doll and keep the line moving. That's awesome. Can we see what that is?
What should I write?
Another day, another morning to devote to the comic you're working on. Time to brainstorm. What's a red flag you can't let slide on a first date? They lack street smarts. They don't own even a single cow, reducing the chances of having tasty chalky milk whenever you want. Their appalling cooking skills are a lie, and they've been controlled by a rat under their hat. They happen to live in the sewers, which probably affects their personal hygiene. I mean, that one, for sure. Well, that's a charm. Why you haven't yet finished that big project you've told everyone about? You want to fuck a lot of people first. True. An ancient curse. A creature living under your bed told you that you should wait. You don't want to be rude to the bed creature. Smiley face, frowny face. Big Oil is pressuring you not to. They probably feel threatened by you, as they should. No, I want to fuck a lot of people first. Well, I want to fuck one person a lot. And that should count, damn it. Back to the con.
You sure it's my turn?
All right, yeah, just... Oh my gosh! It's just the word pancakes.
Pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes in my bed, pancakes in my heart, pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind, pancakes
I love that.
pancakes in my heart, pancakes in my head, pancakes in my mind.
Okay, we gotta get us a lot of boldness. You're roaming around the lobby and you find someone with your exact same cosplay. Unacceptable! You decide to solve this conflict the traditional way. A knife fight to the death. The other cosplayers don't carry a knife, so he gets automatically disqualified. You win the right to cosplay. Game +2 boldness for carrying a knife for no reason at all, and because I'm kind of scared. I love this song. Oh my god. You, Nico, Omen, and Doug are patrolling the lobby when Nico gasps like their soul's being sucked out. Yo, is that... Who is he supposed to be? Is that Rurouni Kenshin? No. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but that's funny. Yo, is that Clara Sting? Nico points out someone cosplaying Hazmat, one of the hosts of the hit TV show Rumor Busters. Yes, you're Clara Sting, I'm sure of it. Am I supposed to know who Clara Sting is? She's the coolest voice actress and cosplay model in the freaking world. You've missed out on a lot of great things inside that Iron Maiden, huh?
Oh,
The
how
point?
dull.
The only amusing modern thing I have discovered so far are bazookas, anyway. I can't believe I'm meeting Clara Sting. Hi, Clara. Everyone look over here and say hi to Clara.
Yes, I can. Clara Sting. Can you see incredible video now? I just spent a few hours just enjoying the play without getting a casting on the phone.
I totally get that. Anyway, would you be willing to take a video with me and say hi to my mom?
Something that I'm talking about.
Oh, I get it. You want to go stealth mode.
Such is the way of the blade.
I'll help you. I'll be a whisper in the wind. I can disappear into the shadows and attack before they even see me coming.
What? It's I can.
I've put off many stealthy assassinations during my villain days, so this will be a breeze. I mean, I don't really want to kill anybody, but I'll do anything for you, Miss Sting.
What is Craig already? Just a blood such a tail.
If there's nothing else, some stealth could help offset your loudmouth friends, but how will you protect Clara from her other annoying fans? Announce over the intercom that Clara Sting is attending the con, but that she'd like everyone to please respect privacy. People will understand. Divert attention by releasing a very aggressive moose on con grounds. Absolutely.
I That's insane.
So insane that it has to work.
Are you sure? Moose seems lackluster. It's not simply a horse with horns.
Oh my gosh.
God, no. Have you seen a moose? They're gigantic. Yeah, real talk. Moose will murder a 401k. They're insane.
How big can they be?
Later, you're all staring at the moose that you found in the woods, conveniently located within walking distance of the con.
Fascinating.
I stand corrected. This beast is almost comically enormous. Told you.
Wouldn't you say that I didn't listen to Canada?
Well, it's safe to say that it'll be a great diversion.
I think it has to be crazy.
Doesn't it, though? Think about it.
You enter the con, set the moose loose, then fuck off to the boba tea stand. You have to spend an hour with Clara Sting, and nobody bothers her because they're too busy running from the angry moose wreaking havoc in the con. You gain +2 boldness and 1 celebrity friend, but lose -2 charm. That's fine, we need boldness.
But I'm not prepared.
In fact, because we lost charm, let's go grab some. You find a cool shirt you like in a commercial stand. It costs $3.99 monster dollars. Then you buy a cool zine for $2.99 monster dollars. Then a set of anime badges for $1.99 monster dollars. You then buy a pack of gum for 99 cents monster dollars. Damn it, you have 4 loose coins jiggling in your pockets. It's annoying as fuck. Luckily, you find a shady guy who whispers, "Give it to me and I'll give you +2 charm." You feel dirty for some reason, but you got stats in your pockets aren't jiggling anymore. There we go. I need some water. Later, you, Nico, Omen, and Doug are checking out the rigged carnival games section of the con when you find a stand featuring a shallow pond of goldfish.
Stop this nonsense now.
What fresh bullshit is this? It's goldfish scooping. If you manage to catch a fish with a paper net, you win the fish as a prize. It looks cool in anime, but in reality, I feel kind of bad for the fish. We need to get them out of here.
Such is the way of the blade.
I believe in you, my young pupil. A paper net and your will of fire are the tools with which you can change these fish's fate.
I'll save you, little buddies. I can do this.
Focus, Doug. Feel the movement of the water. Sense the goldfish's intent before it senses you.
Doug tries to feel the water or whatever, but alas, his paper net rips on the first try.
Aww.
I failed them. You suck. I bet I could scoop up a puny fish with 1 severed arm and chains wrapped around my whole body. Omen is, in fact, wrong.
Count your days.
Back off, you stupid fish. Good luck escaping my fist.
Peace, young Omen. Anger dulls the reflexes. How can you lend the fish? Oh man, I'm dying. How can you lend the fish a hand if you close your fist?
Omen is punching the water while Nico seems set on just giving fake deep advice. Stay calm, fishies. We're coming for you. Your friends are collectively losing it. It's up to you to free at least one of these fish. Can you do it? Write a very convincing eviction notice to make the fish vacate the pond. Catch a fish, you need to think like a fish. It's time to go method. No, I love this idea. You draft a flawless eviction notice and show it to your friends. Dear aquatic tenants, per the terms of your leasing agreement, you have violated the following terms.
Number 1, no public nudity. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Number 2, no keeping pets. Pets do they have? Each other. Goldfish are pets.
Number 3, no cannibalism.
Fishes do that? Some do, yes. Impressive. You have 30 days to vacate this pond or face heavy fines, which can be paid in petty shells, pearls, and microplastics. You drop the letter in the pool. The fish all turn to it with interest, and then largely ignore it because they're goldfish and they can't read. But the letter distracts them enough to let you scoop up one with a paper net real quick. You did it! You're a hero, Newfable.
Dang. And also a landlord. How ironic.
You gain +2 charm, but we lose -2 creativity.
You sure it's my turn?
Pancakes. You're outside the con when you see a bunch of sleepy-looking people sitting down. Hey, welcome to the Smokers Lounge, one of them says to you. There's no smokers here, so we decided to make one out here. Want a puff? He asks. You've seen too many PSAs to say yes to drugs? But you strike up a conversation with them while they get high off their asses. They have interesting opinions on snacks, ASMR videos, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Listening to them and inhaling their weed fumes gives you +2 creativity. Hey! Afterwards, you, Omen, April, and Nico are relaxing in the hotel room when a loud beeping goes off.
Oh, how dull.
Ugh, it's an awful cacophony. I will never understand modern music. That's not music, that's a fire alarm.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Fire? But I'm too pretty to die. Let us take Newfable instead. Well, I didn't mean that. It's probably just a drill anyway, so it's not even a possibility that I will die, right? Right? Just a drill? How boring. I thought something interesting was happening for once.
Exit stage left.
Whether it's a drill or not, we all need to act as a team and not allow fear to conquer us. Go! Go, fellow Rangers, to safety! You and your friends head towards the exit. Everyone else is already evacuated. Look, there's the fire!
Where? Ah! This is the end!
Not really. Just training yourself for the real thing. Heroes need to stay vigilant.
Thanks for the adrenaline spike, Nico. Now I don't have to exercise today. I can't believe this. There could be a real beautiful fire somewhere and we're missing it. Someone should check the elevator? Aren't elevators the one place you shouldn't go during a fire?
Glorious!
Oh my gosh. Whenever I try any kind of voices, because I'm not trained at all, I don't breathe properly. It's bad.
Then that is naturally where the fire is hiding from us. Come to me, you elusive inferno.
Fire or no fire, you're surely going to die in here if you depend on your friends. It's up to you to come up with a strategy for dealing with this drill. People perform better under pressure. Make everyone take this drill more seriously by setting the hotel on fire for real. If this is a fake fire, you should call fake firefighters, you know, the sexy kind. Oh, absolutely. You call the emergency horny firefighter service. They come fast, but not too fast.
Are those firefighters? Yay, we're saved!
It seems like they're doing a lot more twerking than firefighting, though.
Ooh la la.
They're fighting a fire, all right. There's a fire in my loins, and I'm sure one of these beefcakes can squirt out. This is idiotic. Are all firefighters so useless and promiscuous? How does this even qualify as a public service?
One firefighter sprays the others with a hose. Their impractically sheer uniforms get soaked, revealing their lush, bouncing racks.
I get it now. A great service has been done unto me. I am endlessly thankful.
Man, those firefighters are sexy, but they're pretty bad actors. Don't they know they're supposed to aim the water at the fire?
I have the perfect cosplay for that.
Don't worry, guys. I'll help you get into character. I think I've got a fire cosplay somewhere in my suitcase. Nico lets the firefighters soak them head to toe while voguing. Incidentally, this is the greatest day of your life. You get +2 fun and lose -2 boldness. God damn!
There's too many options.
Omen is a bold person. She's clearly also very smart.
We've got that covered. We got that in the bank.
We need to make bold choices. We need to make meta, bold choices from here on out. In the middle of the community zone, you see a bunch of top-hatted gentlemen, a vintage car, and a dog, and a boat. And a boot. Oh, it's LARP Monopoly. This goes against all your values, and yet the moment you start making money, you gentrify the fuck out of a street by building many hotels. You make sure everyone who dares to step on your turf becomes miserable. A father of 3 begs you to live with rent. Get good, you yell. No, what have you become? You burn your Monopoly money and leave, but deep down, you have to admit you got +2 fun. Later, you sit down to play Wizards and Wyverns with Liam, Omen, April, and Nico.
Good day to you.
Oh, I hope they release a costume pack. They did it for all the other ones.
Good, everyone's here. Thank you all for agreeing to be a part of my campaign. Prepare to enter my fantasy realm of Lestradia, which could be the setting of my future novel if this all goes well, but no pressure. I'll set the scene. You're in a tavern, looking for information on a warlock that you've heard is trying to cast a curse on this realm. What do you do?
Oh, I got a spell just for that.
I think my cunning wizard, Wizzo Cunningham, would cunningly scan the tavern for any shady characters. I rolled a 15 on my perception check.
Wizzo spots some shady hooded figures playing dominoes in the corner of the room. They look suspicious, almost as if they know something about...
Oh, wizards love dominoes, and so do I. I joined their game.
Okay, are you going to talk to them too? As I was saying...
Silly.
Did you say dominoes? Sorry, I had to check my phone so I wasn't paying attention, but I love dominoes!
As do I. I will destroy you all this game within a game.
Liam, what number must my math rocks roll so that I may lay the most intimidating domino? Hell if I know, W&W doesn't have any rules on how to play dominoes in a campaign.
Which means we can homebrew it ourselves. This is why I love TTRPGs. The only limit is your imagination. Your friends spend the next hour playing dominoes in a W&W campaign. Liam's allowing it, but you can tell he's about to tear his man bun out. Poor guy. Maybe you should do something to get everyone refocused on his campaign. That's true. Fellow DM, I see you. You are seen and I see you with my eyes. I see you, fictional character, having a very real problem, and I see you. Roll sleight of hand to start eating the dominoes without your friends noticing. Except that you can't unhook these idiots. Help Liam redesign his whole campaign to be experienced through high-stakes domino matches. It's a win-win. I mean, that is the answer. That's what you do. You don't say no to the cats, you just herd them in a different direction.
You know what? Fine. Suddenly a group of bandits rush into the tavern with swords and dominoes drawn. Roll initiative.
Prepare to die!
Yes, I was waiting for this to get messy. I wield my strongest domino piece. Later.
The bugbear lays down a double blank domino tile, effectively sealing off that path. Wizzo, you lose 10 HP and fall unconscious.
No, you must survive, Wizzo. I command it. It's too late. I shall not pass this death save. You must succeed where this old wizard cannot. Farewell.
We'll try, Wizzo. We'll lay our tiles like our lives depend on it. If only the Reaper would take me instead. I'm not made for high-stakes dominoes.
Even later.
Gag upon your bitter failure.
A natural 20. I lay my final tile. Gag upon your bitter failure, Warlock.
Omen wins the domino boss fight. The Warlock has no choice but to dispel his curse on these lands. Good job, everyone.
That was cool.
That was fun. I've never been so invested in something I wasn't being paid to promote before. Glad you enjoyed the game. The dominoes thing was annoying at first, but I'm happy you all pushed me in a bold new creative direction.
I demand that we play another. This time, we shall theme the quest around categories. You have a great time playing games with your friends. You also gain +2 creativity for helping design a campaign around such an innovative concept. You also lose -2 fun, though. Tough luck. Why? That sounds fun. Boo.
Oh no.
Irish.
What is it?
Welcome back to the food court. I wanted to cover the last 2 important facts about this place: conversations and guests. The first one is fairly simple. If you sit with the same romance option twice in the same run, you'll bond over a conversation. If you sit alone twice, you'll have some you time to sit and reflect on life and stuff. It's like a conversation, but with yourself. Each playable character has one of these. And what about the guests? I wanted to tell you that there's 3 things you gotta do if you want to get a date with one of them. First, you have to meet their date requirements by the end of the run. You'll have clues for what these requirements are when you first greet the guests and they tell you what their type is. Oh. Second, you gotta have a fun little date with them to get to know each other better. This is done by calling them a second time when you come back to the food court. Third, remember to choose none of them when you're asked which romance option you want to date at the end of the run. And that'll be all. Now let's get somewhere. Let's go sit somewhere. Yes. Where's Omen? Talk about... Oh, she's a volunteer at the con. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about getting used to the modern world. Is that too heavy? Let's talk about hobbies. Eating hot dogs. That isn't a hobby. A pastime, then? Surely is a way in which I adore passing my time. You really like hot dogs. I do. And one thing that I do not like? Doctors. Keep telling me I should not eat so many hot dogs. Complete morons. Ah, hot dogs. Hands down the best thing to happen to me after imprisonment. But wait, aren't hot dogs a thing that have existed for more than 100 years? I'm pretty sure that they were invented in Frankfurt in the late, was that 15th century? Dang, why does my brain retain these things but not my old passwords? Do not beat yourself up, Newfable. Your brain isn't your greatest asset, but that is something we all have accepted by now. You should accept it too. Okay, but then how do you explain not knowing about hot dogs? They existed back then.
Shut up.
Excuse me for not knowing about this one food during the 25 years I had been getting imprisoned. This is the thing. The one thing we did not have back then that was this internal net thing. So that was pretty plausible for people not to know about a certain thing if I didn't happen in your vicinity. For example, I did not know about the existence of karate either. Oh, that makes sense. It does, but then again, your brain isn't your best asset, as previously stated. It follows that it doesn't process common sense very well. It's a bit of a tragedy. And you want to know another tragedy? But I've come to know about hot dogs when I have half the hands I used to have. I could use one of mine to help you stuff hot dogs in your mouth. Would you do that? Really? I would owe you a big one. Don't mention it. Sorry for being mean to you, Newfable. You might have a weak brain, but you make up for it with a strong heart. Thanks.
Oh, little smooch! You run to the hot dog food truck, where you proceed to feed hot dogs to Omen. It's nice to spend time with your friends, trying their hobbies. Comic book!
I brought extra markers.
It's almost time to find a date, but first, it's almost time to publish your comic. Now's your chance for one final brainstorming session to polish it. What's legal but should be illegal? Telling people Santa isn't real, people deserve magic in their lives. Getting a tattoo of someone else's mom. Just get a tattoo of a skull, it's cooler, and you can always pretend it's the skull of someone else's mom. Stealing someone's identity. Nothing is as attractive as being yourself, except maybe being someone more attractive. I gotta rethink this one. Misusing internet slang. If you're not in on the joke, don't even try. Oh, man. This one. Bold. Yes. We got to metagame a little. Underrated activities for a third date. Punching cherry trees until they blossom just for you and your date. Practice for the test you got to pass to get your kissing license. It's a thing. Studying contraception. You'll look responsible while also hinting that you want to fuck. Not bad. Or reading chapter 53 from Don Quixote's second volume, a truly thrilling page turner. Bold. Yes! Those are now our two biggest stats. You're flaunting your cosplay all over the lobby. Suddenly, you lock eyes with somebody else. Somebody cosplaying your character's arch nemesis. You both freeze in place, facing each other. Sparks fly between you, the angry kind of sparks. You make your best threatening face and she leaves. Maybe this was all in your head and she was just weirded out. Whatever, you get +2 boldness for facing your worst enemy. You're leaving your last activity when Omen steps directly into your path. Newfable. Hi? Hi. Is everything okay? Do not interrupt me. As of late, I find myself a bit into you. Yes! Yes! We've done it, gang! And sex. Perhaps even both at the same time. Do not let it get to your head. It is a rare day when a glorious overlord such as myself stops to lay with a pathetic worm like you. Anyway, I'm here to make you mine, but I'm unsure of the current courtship rituals, and therefore I do not know how to proceed. I thought it best to simply ask you directly. What is the typical courting procedures these days? Fiction has forever changed courtship. Now you need 5 seasons of will they, won't they, a love triangle, and at least one only one bed situation. The rigors of courtship have been simplified into 4 bases: kissing, hand stuff, hole stuff, and trauma dumping. That's the one! Really? How efficient? Without warning, Omen yanks you in for a kiss. Your lips slide over her beautiful steel-cold mouth. Then she's gone, and before you can process what happened, she punches you in the face. There, kissing and hand stuff in less than a minute. I am crushing you at this. Next thing you know, you're sitting at the edge of a bottomless hole with Omen tossing in some stuff you no longer need. Farewell, left glove, left arm brace, left shoe. Wait, shit! Oh well, what are you throwing out, Newfable? Your dreams of Omen doing despicable things to your hole tonight for one. Just old clothes and some potential blackmail material I want buried. Very smart. That means we're on to step 4, right? Trauma dumping. Here's mine. I am still not over Scabby's Tavern shutting down. It was a dank, moldy old blood sin and cheap rum. Gods, I miss it. Huh? Surprised you didn't bring up being trapped in an Iron Maiden for centuries. I mean, sure, imprisonment was boring, but Scabby's was legendary. Fair. I also noticed you haven't mentioned losing your hand. I want you to know that I'm here for you if you ever want to talk about it. Who cares about my hand? Damned if I won't lose the other one if they meant they'd reopen that tavern. Anyway, it's your turn for trauma. Go. Well, intimacy requires vulnerability, so you bear the deepest trauma you have. The story that you won't even bring out for truth or dare.
Indeed.
Yes, that is quite sad. But if you could have gone to Scabby's Tavern, you would know that its closure was sadder. I think I wanted trauma. I suspect I wanted hand stuff and kissing, too. I do not think to throw over blackmail material, though, so you were the superior hole stuffer. Maybe we could have a rematch sometime. It's a deal! You and Omen watch the sun sink into the horizon, gaining +2 fun and losing -2 creativity.
But there's too many options.
What do we lose? Creativity? Let's go get some. You're chilling at the hotel room with nothing to do. Looking around for cheap entertainment, you notice April's purse hanging from a chair. Will you dare violate the sanctity of an idol's purse? Of course you will. You grab the purse, open it, and... Oh no. No way, this is too horrible to describe. Don't count on me to utter these words. Here, have +2 creativity and go imagine it on your own. I'm out. Later, you invite Omen to wind down and watch a movie at the hotel. Finally, you two can spend some much-needed one-on-one time together. This is peak cinema, and exceptionally relatable. What do you say it was called? Despicable Me.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. You see Omen reach into the popcorn bowl. Now's your chance to not so accidentally brush your fingers and create some romantic tension. Ah, spider! Omen grabs you and tries to crush your fingers. Hot. Once your bone squeaks, you realize that she's holding your hand. Stop staring at me with that dumb face! She socks you in the jaw. Hot, but also out. My apologies. I have cuteness aggression. Are you saying I'm cute? No. Yes? I don't know. Shut the fuck up. She punches you again. One more round of flirting and you're gonna end up eating your teeth. Still, it's clear that Omen at least some kind of likes you. Surely there's something you can do to help her relax and open up to you. Omen can't remove her Iron Maiden, but it sure looks uncomfortable. Offer to get inside and give her a much-needed back rub. You've been imprisoned in an enclosed space for more than a century. Maybe she's into that now? Get buried with her for a night. You're a back rub. Hey, Omen, do you want a back massage? I have not had a massage since I donned this accursed suit, so sure, why not? Sure, why not? The 3 most romantic words in the English language. You shimmy your way between Omen's back and her cape. You immediately hit with the agonizing pain of dozens of spikes piercing your flesh. But you're also hit with the warm, sensuous curves of Omen's butt, so it pretty much cancels out.
This is nicer than I thought.
That feels nice. That's good to know, because this does not feel nice for you at all. It's like you're being stabbed by 1,000 tiny gnomes with knives. Oh, yes, I haven't loosened this muscle in over 100 years. You have a magic touch, Newfable. She relaxes into you, practically melting into your lap. You feel lightheaded from bliss, and you black out. In hindsight, you were probably getting lightheaded from blood loss. When you wake up, you're in a hospital bed. Omen is sitting next to you, watching Despicable Me 4 on your phone. Good, you're awake. I noticed that you fainted when you were giving me that spectacular back rub. At first, I was upset that you stopped massaging me, but then I realized you were dying and brought you to the hospital. You're welcome for that. As repayment for saving your life, perhaps you could give me another back rub. It's a deal. You gain +2 charm. No! No boldness. That was bold. That was plenty bold. You check out the stands and buy a few comic books. They give you a free tote bag. After that, you buy a couple prints from an artist. You get another tote bag. Then you buy a cool tote bag and they give it to you inside a free tote bag. You gain +2 charm from all these fashionable and free tote bags you have now. If only you had something to carry them all. Afterwards, you're checking out You're checking out the video game showcase with Liam, Omen, and April. You pass a jolly indie dev who waves you down.
Hello. Do you all have 20 minutes to try out my game? I'd appreciate your feedback.
Classic Liam.
Of course, finally, someone who appreciates the quality of Liam DeLioncourt's feedback.
Uh-oh, those words have never led to good feedbacks, but it's too late. You won't play the demo.
Liam, when you explained video games to me the other day, didn't you say they are supposed to be fun?
Well, but to be exact, video games are...
Oh, cool. Video games could also be art, but this one is neither fun nor art.
Guys, chill. We're probably just not the target audience.
Clearly, this game was made to appeal to people with no taste.
Excuse me.
Is there anything specific that you think will be improved?
Pathetic.
Yes, the game. I mean, it's not your fault. There are some aspects of the game that need polishing. You should hire new people in some departments.
But I did everything. I'm a solo dev.
Huh, what if you hired an actual team while you tried a new position?
You'd be the studio's janitor.
April, are you sure? Janitors are supposed to be good at identifying garbage when it's in front of them.
The poor dev is not having the best time. It's times like this when you remember that your friends are, how we put it, the fucking worst. You should step in and say something that's actually constructive feedback before the dev's self-confidence is completely shattered. Compliment the dev on his shoes so intensely and for so long that he forgets you were talking about his video game to begin with. If backhanded compliments feel bad, maybe you could twist your friend's words to sound like some sort of backhanded trashing that actually feels okay? Yeah. Compliment the dev on shoes. Hey, I love your shoes, dude. They really bring out your shins.
Indeed. I myself am not a fan of high-top sneakers, but on you they look like shoes. That's nice of you to say. I think so about the game. And just look how big your shoes are. Are you part clown? Honk. Thanks, I guess, but really we should get back to that.
I also love the color of your shoelaces. I think I saw the president wearing the same ones.
Oh, thanks. I thought the traffic cone orange was really fashionable. It's like I've always said, shoelaces make or break the outfit, and possibly your fall.
What is everyone going on about? Those shoes are hideous.
Oh man, we're trying to be nice here. Say something positive about the shoes.
Just
Why? They are ugly shoes. Well, you're not the ones to tell me that lying is evil and wrong. Well, this has been fun. Goodbye, good luck with your game, and don't lose those shoes, they're keepers, You look back to see the dev smiling at his shoes. Success! Probably. Got +2 charm for your complimenting skills. However, your friends later gift you those same shoes. It's nice that they remembered how much you liked them, but god, they're ugly shoes. You lose -2 creativity.
I'm scared of big crowds.
That's the only place we gotta go. You attend an indie tabletop game showcase and get pulled into a Euro game based around the classic party game Never Have I Ever. It's like the original game, but there are different point values assigned to the severity of your admissions. There are also sudden death rules, a phone-a-friend mechanic, and a robber somehow. 2 hours later, you've decided that never will you ever play this game again. At least you gain +2 fun, hearing the embarrassing things that other players admitted. Hey! Omen and Doug are assigned to judge the competitive tarot tournament. You and Zoe have time to kill and decide to take along.
No judges, we need ruling over here.
Doug, con volunteer.
Well, what's the problem? I ran a competitive tarot club in middle school, so I could probably help.
My opponent cheated. He played a 9 of Wands, which can only be played during the fortune phase if it's in the future position.
Unless I have an elliptical cosmic guardian on the battlefield, which I do. She's lying to try to get me disqualified. Okay, I have no idea what most of those words meant. The meta's changed a lot since my day. But I've got a copy of the rulebook. It's only 74 pages long. I bet I'll get the gist if I speed read. BRB. Who played this card here? I admire its avatar's rippling pictorials. I played it. It's my Mercury card. I see. You should win. This Mercury avatar is hot, both in the attractive way and in the closest planet to the sun way. Oh, what about this one? What's that guardian called? Venus, according to the text printed between the boobly-breasted bust of a cosmic woman. Yeah, she's sexy. I ship her with Mercury. Their ship name will be Summer Love.
All of this is irrelevant to the card game.
Are you for real?
Your love isn't relevant to me. This conversation is cutting into your valuable flirting with your friends time. Figure out which player cheated so everyone will move on. Liar, liar, pants on fire, right? Throw a lit match on the player's pants and see who burns. Conduct a karma audit on the alleged cheater to see if his karma has recently been deducted for cheating. That one's probably bold. It's either bold, creative, or fun. Zoe, would it be morally permissible to light someone's on fire in this context? I mean, the saying does go like that. I don't think it's evil if it's in the name of investigation.
Yes.
Give me some matches. Omen lights both of the players' pants on fire. They howl and writhe in burning agony. Gasp indeed. Fire so breathtakingly beautiful. Oh no, I was gasping at the plot twist. Both of them cheated.
Gag upon your bitter failure.
Despicable. You deserve your hard fate, you filthy cheaters. Let's use this as a teachable moment to remember that cheaters never prosper, Omen. I see that clearly now. We should have more teachable moments involving fire. I found the rule. The elliptical guardian does allow the 9 of Wands to be played during the fortune phase, but not if Venus is also in play. He did cheat. Yeah, duh, they both cheated. Look, they are both liars with flammable pants.
Golly.
Oh gosh. Honestly, I think you're better off not playing this game anymore, bud. Just look what happened to these two. You all decide to treat yourselves to some takoyaki to celebrate being great judges. You gain +2 boldness and lose -2 smarts. That is exactly what we needed. I think. Me. Who will be your con love? Omen, for sure. Yes. Yeah, we tried to get both these two, and instead we got like all 3 of the guys. Omen for sure.
Yes. Let's check your comic. It's time to see how the comic has turned out. Okay, what was the goal we agreed on for these days' work? The cover, the overall plot, and one full finished page. Do you remember how you solved each one of your exercises? It's key to how the muse will give shape to the fruits of your labor. Which is Liam's pedantic way of saying that now is when we'll see how the options you chose will affect the comic you're about to see. Sue me for wanting to imbue poetry in our day-to-day. I may see you later, Liam. For now, I want to take a peek at this comic. Finally, the art gang gathers around to put all the pieces of your greatest masterpieces together. Time to see the fruits of your labor. Yes, I did want it to be a romance one. Everyone wants to kiss me on the mouth. I love it. Everyone wants to kiss me on the mouth is set to be the next harem sensation. Jacqueline is a humble country girl who moved to the big city in search of someone who can explain to her what yeet means. Oh my god! It's like... It's like Mad Libs. Oh my god, I love that. Hold on, she also real cute. Due to fate, little does she know that what she'll find is love. Due to fate and the precarious state of economy, she'll end up sharing an apartment with several smoking hot roommates. Oh shit. The roommates all have one thing in common. None of them can resist Jacqueline's inexplicable ability to transform into a tiger. There's the buff, ever horny Morty, quiet handsome Mamimi, seductive breathtaking Milo, and many more. If this wasn't enough, Jacqueline will also struggle to get used to the urban life's most puzzling aspect, the existence of an underworld known as the sewers. Poor Jacqueline. So many changes and so many suitors, but she can't decide who to reciprocate for one big reason. She wants to fuck them all. Did I just make the best comic ever or what? Only one thing is clear, there'll be lots of kissing on the mouth. and a lot. Oh my god. Oh, it's an actual comic. Milo, you're back. I thought you were still mad at me after I got a tattoo of your mom while I was drunk. Jack, I can never be mad at you. Actually, there's something I always wanted to tell you. Milo, you bastard, I heard you from the shower. This is bad. We swore none of us would kiss Jacqueline on the mouth until the cherry trees blossomed. Well, I realized maybe Jacqueline should have some say in that, and also fuck you. Hey guys, what's happening out here? To be continued. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I made the best damn comic. And I made a super cute protagonist. Fantastic. No notes, 10 out of 10. Con after party is approaching. You finally gather your courage and ask your beloved to go to the con after party with you. You're asking me on a date, just like that? How times have changed. Previously, my suitors would have groveled at my feet just to feel my hand wrapped around their throat. I mean, I could be persuaded to do that if you want. Oh. Later, perhaps. For now, let us party.
A lithography
Yeah!
machine. How novel.
I won the con! The after party was glorious! Omen arrived in their finest armor, wielding their finest flail, and announced that they were here to conquer the festivities. You could have tried to stop them, but what could you say? You're a sucker for a beautiful person who can kick your ass. Fair. The cops aren't, though, and you were both arrested for the bloodbath you two caused on the dance floor. Hell yeah. At least you and Omen got to spend the night in jail together. Who knew fucking in a holding cell could be so hot? Yeah! There are 34 secret endings. Wow. Before we knew it, the con had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place, entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But as each of us went on our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there with us. And with that came a truth to this day, we hold close to our hearts. That no matter where we are, we belong. It's a thought that still gives us warmth,
that makes us feel once again young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as years go by, we will always be ready to start.
When you stream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So many companies treat you like you're robbing like a thief. But you don't have to fear, it won't happen with me. We were meant to trust each other. His music's awesome. Make sure to call me if you need a good song. This is the moment where I remind you to leave a good review. I bid you all welcome to the streamer version of Monster Gun's credit song.
I love it. Oh my god.
Technically this time I made the other credit song so you can really stream that one. But we couldn't pass the chance to include this thank you. And I'm charging for both songs. So who am I to say no? Don't be shy. Subscribe and like. 'Cause when you stream, you would not believe what you have to
Oh my
do
gosh.
with. So many companies treat you like you're robbing like a thief. But you don't have to fear, it won't happen with me. We were meant to trust it.
Oh yeah, Monster Prom 5.
His music's awesome. Make sure to call me if you need a good song. This is the moment where I remind you to leave a good
Man, Con family, I feel that shit.
Thanks for playing! Leave us a good review!
That's awesome. That's so cool. I love this one. Oh, it's so neat. You just unlocked a new plot line. You can now call Sawyer. You unlocked a new outfit for Omen. A new comic genre. Yeah. Oh, 2 of them. Nice. All right, let me see here. The customize menu. This is the customize menu. Info manual. Yo. Stat glossary. Look for stuff that feels quite illegal or any ad action that involves a lot of violence. Oh, okay. So you want to know what their type is? Yeah. So how close were we with Omen? Omen might be trying to leave her evil overlord days behind, but we'd be lying if she's not interested in all that stuff anymore. She might eventually change, but today one of her love languages is still stabbing. She would also prefer someone who's not an insufferable nerd, as she has more than enough of that in her life with Liam. Okay, so yeah, probably, yeah, like boldness. Boldness or creativity. This manual isn't done yet, but it will be completed soon. Cool. I love that it's there. I love that it exists. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff they needed to fix. A lot of like weird typo, like weird typos, like A instead of an, or extra words like that you, but, and all that weird stuff. Oh my god. It took me back to the days of going to cons. Like when I would really go to a lot of cons. I like plan them out and I see the same people year over year. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. I like this. I like all the Monster Prom games. They are all phenomenal and fantastic games to play. I love them. Every time they're like, we've got like new DLC and stuff, I buy them immediately. I think I've got everything I can get on Steam, and I think I've probably only ever spent lifetime, maybe at most, $60 on all of Monster Prom. It's insanely affordable. It's crazy. I love these. But thank you for hanging out with me. This is a great Saturday morning R&R. Oh my god. I love these games. I gotta play Monster Camp again, because there you could try to date the hot witch. Oh my god. Well, thank you everybody for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I gotta get going though. We got some celebrations to be with the family. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you tomorrow when we check out Expedition 33 for the first time. Have a good one, everybody.